Wait, I have to click start?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh. Nice.
Yup.
So where are we?
Starting over.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't realize I had to click the go live button on my side. So we're good now.
I mean, are we live like right now?
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
it now? So is now?
Now. It's
Now.
Or is it? Or so we're not live then, but we are now.
Yes.
What about then
we
now?
are now.
That is
Okay,
comedic gold the internet will never have now.
It's okay. All right. So, again, no captain for the time being because 24th century Comcast still suck. And, yeah. So, Ripley, you're currently in charge. What you guys doing?
Well, I haven't been on the ship in 2 days.
No, you have not. That's going to make this even more fun that the captain's out sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's awfully convenient. So we're not sure if you're you and the captain's missing now. Hmm.
Why are you not sure that I'm me, Lieutenant?
Who's a lieutenant?
You are actually a lieutenant now.
You?
Am I?
Junior grade. Yeah, you have been
Check
promoted.
that out. All right. Gone for a month and I got a promotion. Vacations are awesome.
It's displayed underneath your face, Lieutenant.
I don't look down. I only look forward.
Yeah, there is only forward.
Awesome. Yep,
Speaking
they
of
decided to
science,
promote you.
did we do a full sensor sweep of the system for any anomalies?
I think the only current anomaly is the fact that we just launched a bunch of people on top of a volcano.
Yeah, it's definitely the major anomaly.
Yeah, so that evacuation is underway. The flight bays, transporters, and the rest of the ship, definitely. Right?
I don't have it in my
find
notes
a
that
suitable-
we did a scan of the anomaly,
we-
but I remember you started that, Lieutenant Mornog.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Well, if that hasn't started, let's get started on that. And then what scans of the moon have we done?
A full one.
Yeah, we've done full scans of the moon so that we know exactly projections on when it's going to be too late to shift it back into its own orbit, which is about 2 weeks.
Yeah, with the planet, we did them with the planetary survey pod. Pretty thorough.
All right. Well, and we know that reinforcements from Starfleet won't arrive until well after the moon is too far out of position.
Yes.
All right. So
we have volcano people and moons crashing the planet. Small thing.
Wait, there's people in the volcano now?
Technically.
Not in the volcano.
I mean, I knew we had to deal with the surface people, but I didn't know we had to deal with the bottom dwellers as well. I mean, they're probably safe from the earthquakes because they already live down there, right?
Yeah, don't feed the Zerg conspiracy theorist.
Oh, shut up,
Or the
Barry.
conspiracy theorist in Zerg.
So there's a conspiracy theorist on Zerg and one in Zerg?
Yeah, just generally.
I'm a
just
complicated
vicinity.
individual. Many layers.
Seems like a confession to me.
All right. Lieutenant Moronog, will you and your teams begin working on and coordinating with engineering when they have time on plans to get the moon back into its orbit, or at least not falling out of it anymore?
Okay. Yep, I can do that. I also have a specialty of focus in transporter technology. I'm not sure where it'd be more useful with me on the moon issue or increasing possibly our capacity for transporting people safely.
If you believe there is a way that we can transport more people safely, please work on that.
Okay.
The volcano
I'll
is a
get to
much more forward issue than the moon.
Okay. I'll get on it right now.
Yeah, and then one thing I wanted to start was starting security teams working with locals to do any search and rescue operations in the cities for people trapped where the transporters can't reach them for whatever reason.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's just. Anything else you want to cover with the rest of the staff before we just go down the line?
Does anyone else have anything they think is pressing?
On somewhere on the planet, there's a pregnant Klingon that needs my assistance.
I think not
All
that
right.
that isn't important. I think we should focus on saving, say, like the entirety of the planet, and hope that
I mean, it could be important. Who's the father?
it's true.
Could be a Federation citizen.
Yeah.
But probably, maybe.
Okay, we'll put that on the list. Anyone else?
We'll put it on the list. I think we know what to do.
Yeah, no, I think we should just focus on, getting the approximately 1 million people off/away from the active volcano, which according to science is going to erupt when science?
I don't have a current estimate on that.
Go ahead and
Those were
roll an
close last time.
insight science on that. See if you can update your staff. Okay, all right, that'll do. Okay, so you take a look at your staff's analysis of it, and you can narrow it down a little bit more. So they had narrowed it down to any time from like the next, like in 4 hours to like 2 days. You can narrow that down to about 8 to 24 hours now.
Okay. Lieutenants, we have a range approximation to 8 to 24 hours from now. The moon will drop or fall out of its orbit.
No, that's for the volcano.
Will be volcano. For the volcano. So it is pressing.
So I mean, what if the moon fell on top of the volcano? Wouldn't that just kind of plug it and then solve both issues at the same time?
Well, so I hear you, but I also think the moon. I thought the goal was to keep the moon, in space.
Well, if the goal was to prevent the moon from hurting people, this would be using the moon to help people.
I still hear you, but
Putting those people management skills to good use.
Yeah, right. I hear you, and I thank you for sharing your ideas.
That's a really dumb idea.
Yeah, of course. That's just not actually going to work. We need to keep the moon in orbit, otherwise we're dooming future generations of the survivors of this system to probably a very, very cold and wet death.
Noted. Okay. I'll come up with more ideas. I've got lots.
Great.
Wonderful. All right. Anybody else have anything to contribute to this?
One question. The Ripley,
Yes.
Commander Ripley. Hi.
Hi.
Um,
Man, I need an awkward music track to play for you.
We have it. It's silence.
wait, what do you want me to
That's
do
fair.
again?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? The voice of God was speaking over you.
It's fine. Glad you're okay. And doing well. So.
And not a
where you
changeling.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Everybody else has a job.
What have you been managing for the last 2 days? I've been...
Logistics of a dying planet.
Specifically.
Oh, I've been coordinating efforts from Runabout that we built together, friend.
Will you work with Lieutenant Morinog on getting more people moved away from the volcano?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you.
He's doing a great job. Keep up this, it's command is good on you. All right, I'll do that. Hi, Mornog.
Yes.
Mornog, you there?
Yes, I'm heading over to engineering.
Oh, okay. I will go to the shuttle and coordinate with you. With
Actually, I'm gonna head over to transporter bay, transporter room 1 to assist first with the priority of the getting more capacity in the transporters.
Perfect. All right. We'll do a great job. Save most of those people. Let's go.
Yes, we will.
Thori is echoing to let
Bill?
someone know.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it.
All right, I go and do that. I'm gonna launch back. I'm assuming that I had some sleep, and I'm gonna go back to the runabout and basically do the same coordinating efforts that I did before, but working with Mornog. Get people out of there faster.
Okay. Cool. All right, we will come to that shortly. Anybody have anything else to contribute to this sort of staff briefing?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Nothing useful.
Everything
Good
you
thing
say is
that really
useful.
wasn't a criteria for you.
Yeah.
No.
You offer invaluable outside perspective, Lieutenant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Out of the box thinking, that's for sure.
Yes.
All right. Okay,
Everybody
so
working on their diplomacy skills. This is great.
all right. So then, starting with Ripley. Ripley, what are you after this bit of a briefing here? What are you actively working on?
Actively working on. I would probably be coordinating with the teams on the grounds to ensure that HABs are getting set up, triage is going as well as it can. Necessary supplies are going where they need to go.
Okay. I'll give you a reason command roll on that.
Oof.
Or it doesn't have to be reason. I don't think presence would really work for you. I don't know. You can argue for something else, but go with
I
reason.
have to familiarize myself with what the other options were. Gone?
That's super intense. Is
Yeah.
that is this moment that intense? I mean, I know like we have the lives of literal millions in our hands.
It's gonna be command. It's the other. It's the attributes that I'm looking for. So like presence or reason would make sense.
We'll go with reason.
Okay. Go for it.
Since I've been doing this for like 3 days, can I use can I have a focus?
No, but it's also not going to be a hard roll.
Okay. So you say this.
Until she fails massively. Like that.
I lost by 1 on one of those dice.
Oh. Okay.
I'm tired. I haven't slept well in 2.5 days.
Yeah. So I mean, this is just one of those like you just sort of succeed at cost.
So you're saying
basically.
you're not feeling like yourself?
So yeah. So you keep coordinating everything, and yeah, you're starting to feel real run down. It's not really your strong suit to begin with. The whole like sort of management of the crisis response thing. You're good at fixing shields, making sure that a triage center is set up. Great at managing like a tech crew and some engineering, but like an entire crisis response, not really your thing. So you're just starting to feel real rundown. Otherwise, but yeah, you handle it okay. But you're gonna have some penalties going forward if you don't get some relaxation. I know, it's just one of the things with your character.
At this point, I should have a focus in like operating without R&R.
Uh-huh. If only. All right. Next up, Thori, what are you up to?
Well, I'm launching the runabout again, and I'm still with the planetary survey pod attached. That seems to be the tool of choice today. And I will... Let's see here. I'm going to scan the planet to see if there's somewhere on the planet that, I don't know, we can shoot with a phaser or something to relieve pressure to stop the eruption or give it more time.
Okay. That's going to be a pretty hard science roll for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, insight, science, or I'll give you insight, reason, or even daring on that one. And then science,
Okay.
and then it'll be assisted by your survey pod.
Okay. Oh, look at me now. 20. That was...
And what did we settle on for the survey pod? That you would be able to re-roll a die, I think, whenever you're doing something? Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, give me a sec.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is Story being awkward. He's like sitting in the runabout, just kind of like staring off into space right now. He's just,
Sounds accurate.
staring.
Oh no! Kiki has become snow. Oh.
Nope, she's back.
Kiki was a snow monster for a minute. I don't know what that was about.
Oh, yeah. It happens.
Mm-hmm. It's a Bajoran thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Called away to the prophets, and I'm back.
Okay, daring. I'm gonna go with daring science.
Yeah, I think.
Respectable 13. And I'm rolling a third dice for the ship, by the way. And I don't think I have any.
No, have somebody else has to roll the die for the ship.
Okay.
Bum bum bum.
Comes.
Yeah. All right. 2 successes.
Nice.
And somebody roll for the runabout for the
Ship. There you go.
All right. Hey.
Nice.
Okay. 3 successes. Yeah. You do you do some deep scans of like the mantle and magma layers and all of that, and actually you do find a God, my geology's not the strongest area. So anyway, you find a fault
Rocky
line
place.
that particular volcano is runs on, and you think you spot a place that the ship's phasers could potentially relieve pressure in the mantle that's not too far away, but it's in the ocean because this is like a 90% water planet that should be able to do what you're trying to do without causing collateral damage.
Okay. The authority to Mornog, Lieutenant Mornog, my acquaintance.
Yes, Lieutenant Thori.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah. So, I was doing some scans. Check out the data. I send it to you, and probably Kiki actually. Say.
Good, thank you. I think we're all doing scans right now, right?
Yes. I noticed that there is well, I didn't notice. I looked for it, but there's a fault line that's feeding the volcano that's going to kill the people, and it extends into the ocean. And if we can, relieve pressure at that point, they might not.
Good point. That's a good find.
But it's gonna take some effort to kind of. So Kiki, yeah, we should call Kiki. Did I do it or you?
Why don't you go ahead and call Kiki, and I'm going to try to get on this and get this done.
Okay. Cool.
You have a pretty good rapport with her, right? You can handle this?
There might be a little bit of history there. Just not to make things awkward.
Okay, well, that's a good history, right? Good awkward history.
Yeah, I think maybe actually.
Okay. You sent me all the information?
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. I feel like this is the start to a good friendship. Okay, story out.
As all the non-beta Zeds feel a palpable sense of awkward from the runabout.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay, so that's what Thori did for most of the day. But hey, that's a good find and a good roll. Thori, you know what? We're gonna give you, at least for like the next few months, I'm gonna give you a volcanism focus.
Volcanism? Okay, fun.
And if anybody hasn't seen the Tomorrow War that was on Amazon, pretty entertaining. There's a volcano nut in there that's actually kind of an entertaining bit of the movie, so you should go watch it. It's fun. Anyway.
The volcano nut is like 5 minutes of an otherwise 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's an entertaining 5 minutes.
I mean, but he is the little MacGuffin that ties it all together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like one line in the beginning and then
a few lines
5
at the
lines
end, and it
at
was
the end.
Very entertaining.
Someone bring me a laptop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Anyway, moving on. Morna, what you doing?
I pass on the message to Lieutenant Kiki and just ping her. Make sure she got what Lieutenant Thori sent over. And
so Kiki, you get pinged. So you get the info. So Thori sends you this information, and then like 5 minutes later, Moronog sends you the exact same information and pings you on it to make sure you got it.
Ping like just a message saying, "Hey, did you get what Lieutenant Thori sent over?"
I look over right now this way to, because Mornog, are you still on the bridge?
I left to go to
He's in
transporter room 1.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because if we're still on the bridge together, I would just look over and say, yeah, I got it. But seeing as you are not on the bridge, then I will just send a quick message back. Kiki's thinking that this sounds kind of like a, what's the surgical procedure? Tracheotomy that we're doing on the planet. But
Sort of a, bathroom stall tracheotomy. It's fine.
yeah, it's fine. She gets to shoot the planet. So yeah. So she's going to, because science isn't her thing, but weapons are. So she's going to start doing some calculations to figure out like how powerful these phasers need to be able to penetrate the mantle of this planet without literally blowing up the entire thing.
Because it's super stable right now.
Yeah, totally. What could possibly go wrong? We tell Starfleet, yeah, so we totally handled this crisis. And by handled it, the system is no longer there. You're
Oh, we're
welcome.
trepanning the planet. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Treppanning.
When you drill into a skull to
Mhm.
relieve the pressure.
Yes, that.
Yep. All right. So go ahead and roll. You're actually going to have to make a insight science on this.
My mom calling for my birthday.
Oh.
Aww.
You should probably take your mom's phone call.
And
Meh.
This
It's
show
fine.
brought to you by Thori's mom.
hey, Mom,
Yeah.
say hi to the people of the internet. She says hello. And she's wishing me a happy birthday. Hey, Ma, can I call you back? I'm actually live on YouTube streaming a thing.
This is great.
Hey, love you too. Bye.
Oh.
Come on, you can't say that to your mother and not give her the channel it's live on so she can watch you blue stream live to the internet on your
You know
birthday.
what? It must have slipped my mind.
I can fix that.
Oh, jeez. You totally can.
Awesome.
All right. Sorry, guys.
No worries. Thor's mom.
Yeah.
Is she a changeling?
Of course she is. Don't worry about it. Okay, so Kiki, gonna need an insight science from you, or let's see. I'd also give you daring science.
Daring science, please. Puts me up to a 12.
Got
Because
it.
my science is 1. Let's see, task roll 2.
And Ripley, go ahead and roll for the. Nope, doesn't matter.
Nope, doesn't matter. 14 and 15.
So you take a look at it and go, "Wow, I don't know anything about the geology needed for this."
So
But
I
you
send
can aim the
Marnog a
phaser.
message back. Yeah, I say, yeah, just tell me where to shoot and where I need to hit to end the planet. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so I get the message. Can I do that calculation? Since I have a focus in science, and maybe I could hopefully
Focus
get
in-
something out of this.
What focus are you trying to use here? Because
I don't know.
this is just a focus in science.
I was gonna say, I thought
Yeah, it's just science.
it's just science.
You just have a focus. That's wonderful.
I don't see how that doesn't apply.
So he got a focus in science, and I have a focus
He
in
does-
port in a
He
cell.
does not have a focus in science.
It might be the scientific method.
It's for science!
Okay, so the issue is around the fault lines, and since I have a focus in transporter technology, maybe I could use that to figure out, well, if I put in, or if we transported some matter or a energy.
Man, it's starting to feel like
device,
Matt's
bomb.
here.
Then maybe
no,
I could use
no,
that.
No
okay.
dice on that focus.
Okay, well, maybe I'll try to just do the same role since I have some science. I'm
Yeah,
the
this will
science guy.
be. Yeah, it's not going to be very difficult for you. In fact, like I give it to you as just a succeed at cost, even if you fail. So go ahead and roll daring science.
Daring science. All right.
All right, yeah, just fine. So yeah, you take a look at that and you send her the exact, basically phaser settings that you need as far as okay needs to go. You know this this power setting for this long should get us right where we need to be.
Perfect. I'll message that back over. Should be able to just copy paste it.
Okay.
Sweet.
So yeah.
Thank you, science.
Wonderful.
Simple calculation I could do on a transporter computer. It's good.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Well, to be fair, Kiki is at a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to figuring out stuff about the planet because she spent the entire like trip here failing to understand what was happening. So,
Welcome to my world.
yep.
Sorry, to Commander Ripley.
This is Ripley.
I figured I should tell you. I was sitting here thinking about and it occurred to me. How are you, by the way? Good.
Tired. What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
Right. Well, you see, Mornog and Kiki and I have a plan to shoot the planet and save the volcano people, or the people on the volcano. Don't talk to Zerk. Anyway, so
Don't bring it up with him.
They're next to my agenda.
Their calculations have been made. Phasers are being handled, and you are commanding, and you're doing a great job. Yeah, proud. We should get a drink sometime. And I want to, tell you. Glad you're okay. I mean, you're tired.
So to be clear, you guys are going to shoot the planet and do what exactly?
Informing, there's this fault line that goes from the volcano. I'm glad you asked. And it goes into the ocean, and that might be a good place to, release some pressure and stop the eruption from killing
Ripley,
people.
I'll give you an insight engineering with a focus, just for your background. So you understand
I was about to say, will this cause another tsunami?
Also, Q, Thor is echoing badly enough for it to be difficult to understand.
Does anybody else hear?
Unless that's just me.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Because I think
I'm not seeing it come through on my mic. So
I'm
not
getting
sure.
echo.
I'm
not
hearing
sure
him
where it's
echo.
coming through.
Yes, agreed.
But it sounds like it's coming through like his input.
Let me. You know what? I bet I know what it is. I bet. Yeah, I bet you this will do it. I'm guessing. Okay, can you guys
Okay,
still hear
I'm
me?
back. I just checked the stream. It's actually not echoing there, so I'm not sure why it's just echoing here in OBS for us.
I'm pretty sure I understand why.
Well, that's fine.
Can
As long
you-
as it's not on the stream, it's not
Yeah.
bad enough that it's like jarring.
I have a little red mute microphone in the top corner of my screen, and I can't hear Sean.
Okay, so I know what it is. Only you guys can hear the echo. It's
Yeah,
not gonna be
that's
on
actually what
stream.
I just said. But
Yep, I
that's
know.
cool.
Whatever.
So yeah. Anyway, I know what it is. Don't worry about it.
Okay, well now, Brian,
now
I can't.
hear you at all. Thor.
Yeah.
How is this? Is that any better?
There you
we
go.
go. Now we
Talk
can
into your
hear you.
microphone.
Yeah, go back to how you had it before. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, no.
Cool. So Ripley, yeah.
Okay. 2 successes.
Yeah, I see that. So you know that this actually makes a whole lot of sense as far as it goes. Basically, you're going to create a volcano elsewhere so that this one doesn't erupt, at least right now.
Okay.
And yes, it could potentially cause another tsunami, but more than likely it will not. But there's all kinds of potential downsides. But you can't think of any potential downsides that are worse than this volcano erupting right here, right now.
Okay. Yeah, just do everything you can to keep it from creating a cascading tectonic problem.
Okay. When should we? Yes, I will pass that to Mornog. Cascading problem. Got it. Should we execute this mission as soon as possible? Because they're gonna die in like 6 hours.
Would I know if doing this sooner would be better, or if there is an optimal time?
The sooner, the better.
As soon as you guys determine is the appropriate time to do so, please execute this plan.
Okay.
But also let the transporter bays know, since the phasers will take up a large portion of power for the time you are using them.
I believe Mornog is down there, so yes, I will do that. Okay. Should I go and do that?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can't wait to catch up over drinks. Talk to you soon. Sorry.
As Story waves while he's in the
Brilliant.
roundabout.
The science officer in there is getting really uncomfortable.
I believe that.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, you guys have a plan on that.
So, yeah, I'll just spend the rest of the day's almost over, actually, didn't you say? So
yeah, pretty much. This is what you jumped on right away. So between you, Nog, and Kiki, I'm assuming that Nog and Kiki are just gonna, as soon as you send this idea to them, they're gonna jump right on it and get it taken care of pretty quickly.
Okay.
Unless
Yes.
you guys have some other idea, which we haven't really jumped to Kiki yet. But Kiki's that about right?
Yeah, pretty much. She spent some time trying to do the calculations herself. Didn't do so great. So, yeah, once Nog sent back stuff, she's just going to run it by the, just basically double check the numbers and just run it through the system to make sure that the phaser banks will be ready at whatever settings Nog sent back.
Cool. You guys will have to, while you're doing this, you are going to have to stop the transporters. That's perfectly fine. Just to make, or at least slow them down, to make sure that things go off right. But, I mean, it should take, it's about 5 minutes that you're going to have the phasers go. So, okay, cool. Zerg, what are you doing?
I'm looking in the manual for information on people who live in volcanoes. I mean, it had space whales, so why not?
Wow.
And if I don't find anything, I'm editing it to include the people who live in the lava.
Okay, go ahead and roll Insight Science or Insight Medicine, whichever.
What do I have to roll to catch Zerg doing this?
Insight Security. But it's going to be really difficult because unless you've got like a monitoring program set up on his console, it's not like you're on the bridge.
I mean, I'm on the bridge.
Oh, are you actually on the bridge right now?
I figured probably where I'm sitting.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, just Insight Security.
I like how my question my brain to both of these in-game actions is why. That makes me happy. Like, why is Zergresh doing this? Why is Ripley trying to catch him doing this?
Yeah.
Because Ripley wants to redirect his attention for a minute, but she needs to notice that he's off attention.
Zerg, you find about 130-ish
Oh, I'm
references
completely focused.
to various creatures who live in or near volcanoes. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, I mean, the person next to me is getting ready to shoot them, so I'm looking to see what the ramifications of shooting the lava people would be. Would it offend them? Do we have a treaty with the lava people?
Are they...
Has anybody considered the impact on the lava people?
There are no sentient lava people in the database that you could find. So it's just
So we're
various,
just not
like,
aware of them yet,
lava-
is what you're saying.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Wait, there was that Next Generation where, not the original series episode, the famous I'm a doctor, not a masonry or something, I don't remember. That just came to mind. I forgot all about that. So there might be sentient rock.
Yeah, so like there's silicon-based life forms, some of which do live in volcanoes, but you don't know of any sentient ones that live in volcanoes.
Gotcha.
That doesn't mean we're not shooting them,
'cause,
thereby
like,
violating
the
any treaty we
Horta-
don't have with them.
Yeah, like the Horta are sentient, but they don't live in volcanoes. They live in tunnels.
Yeah, mines. Yeah.
Mhm. So
And
anyway,
volcanoes are made of tunnels filled with lava.
Zerg, I'm gonna go ahead at this point and give you the tinfoil hat focus. We will- I'm not going
take
to give any more anything on that. We'll just see how you use it.
Beautiful.
All right, Ripley, you do notice that he is researching lava people. Like you just kind of glance over his shoulder a little bit, like, and what's he looking up? Oh, lava people.
So I would like... Okay, I'll try to do this in character as best I can. Lieutenant Zerg, I have a very special task for you, if I can redirect your attention for a moment.
Attention can be split in multiple directions, sir.
Yes, and it's in fact going to be a task that only you can really help me with. I'd like you to find out where the planetary government went.
Wonderful.
Because who better to...
Perhaps the same place as Commander Blonde.
Possibly. There's also a possibility that they went somewhere else and they knew this was going to happen.
That makes sense.
Can you look into this for me?
Wow, he's gonna get to use this tinfoil hat focus.
Yeah,
real
sure.
quickly,
So,
isn't
I
Yeah.
literally had the thought of like, well, who
That's-
better to investigate a conspiracy theory than Zerg? And they're like, tinfoil hat. I was like, yes!
he? Okay.
Wonderful.
All right, that's a thing.
What are my parameters, sir? I mean, this could be huge.
It could be. I'm just going to give him all of the data we have from the sensors and as much access to whatever's left in the planetary database as I can, and just turn him loose.
Okay, yeah, that happens.
That's why I have full access, sir. That's all I need to know, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Awesome. So Zerg.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is start data mining their emails.
Wow.
Wow.
Ripley's
Okay.
trying to be a good commander and give people tasks she'll know they'll do well at.
Okay. Reason or insight?
Oh yeah. This would be
Security.
great.
Actually, no. I'm gonna give you con on this one. Assisted by the ship's computers. With your tinfoil
Con? How's
hat
that?
focus. Yeah.
I'm rolling for that.
Wow.
Let's do this.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, sad.
Aw.
Don't give up,
Aw.
buddy. Don't give up.
The information is just deeper.
Apparently, the internet is down.
So yeah, you can't actually find the database of their emails.
Or himself, apparently. He's so upset now that he's literally like phasing in and out.
I had to
of
go away for a
existence.
Brian, what
Tori,
is happening?
You, having fun rolling
I didn't realize
D20s
anything was
there?
happening. I was confused that things weren't happening. Thank you for saying something.
Things are indeed happening.
Yeah, you got 120 out there. Well done. Okay, so yeah, Zerg, you go to data mine their emails, and you can't find the government email repository.
That makes sense. They didn't want to leave a trail.
Zerg is not boarded.
No, so I'm going to start looking for any communications between them and anybody off world, because clearly they're not here.
Okay, so now you're going to go through the communications for just the government or the entire planet, and
There would be like a
outside
there would be like a router or something, I'm assuming. Yes.
Okay, so you tap into the ComSat. So there's just satellites that transmit constantly subspace information back and forth to the rest of the Federation. So you tap into the main communications hub satellite. What are you? But I mean, it's tons, and it's an entire planet's worth of communication, and internet search.
I'm looking for
Like every
individuals
single
that they
one
have
of
spoken
their-
to, looking for patterns, like people they've spoken to repeatedly.
Okay,
Well, I'm looking for a pattern. So anybody they've talked to repeatedly, anybody, any those people, match them up with any records on them.
I'm just gonna give Zerg a room and like a ball of red string.
and a whole bunch of push pins.
I'm
Yes.
bored.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
And I've already put the lava people on the board, and Commander Ripley may be a changeling, and I'm trying to match those up.
Okay, so the first thing you find is one of the, because I assume you're trying to limit this to government personnel currently, right?
Yeah, just the people I'm looking for specifically, those people.
Cool. Okay, so you do find one of them has like off-world communication. Actually, let's go through this here. So starting with wow,
Let's
really,
go through this.
really diving in here. I'm gonna keep the music going. Okay, so you find obviously a couple of the officials, they have regular communication with other Federation planets for various different things constantly. And then you have, one of them communicates with somebody on Earth like every day. That happens. Just a random civilian. You don't know what that's about. Actually, I'm going to make you roll insight security on it. We'll see if you manage to get any successes during that.
Inside security.
Side note, what is this beat that's like?
It's like X-Files porno.
Yeah.
I mean, it's called anything else.
Hey, you
Oh my
almost
God.
succeeded at
There's
that one.
something here with this one.
Can we lower the background music just a tad?
Can we not?
What, you weren't feeling that,
That was
groove?
just.
No, I was feeling it. I just needed
Start
to be
doing
able to
dubstep
hear
story.
people
Man.
over it.
Ooh,
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good idea, but I think it's
a
just
little premature
overpowering in the
fanfare happening
voices.
there. Woo.
All right. Yeah, I'll adjust the volume on that one so I can keep it going. Okay, so you dive into it a little bit, and you go, oh, okay, no, it's just their mother. They're a little bit of a mama's boy, and so they talk to their mother every day. But that takes you on a little bit of a 20-minute sidetrack. But your tinfoil hat's really going off on that one, even so. But yeah, that's about all you find on that.
Okay,
as
yeah,
far
so I'm going to start researching some information on this person's mother to see if there's anything there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll insight security one more time before we move on from this for the moment.
Ooh.
Oh, this person's mother's a black hole. Hmm.
Oh my god.
I kind of want to succeed at cost. Just 'cause.
No. I think this is funnier. I want to know what the
yeah.
quick fail on this
You
is.
know, that's actually true. Good point, Ripley.
Okay, so yeah, you try to access this this woman's file, and suddenly all of your access to the Starfleet security database on her is cut, and your just access to Starfleet security is cut. So yeah, that happened. Just access denied, and then its request has been reported to the authority.
Wonderful. Can Mother
All right,
make an appearance?
Definitely tie a red string onto that one.
Kiki's mother needs to investigate this.
Mm-hmm.
We're not bringing my mother.
Is it
into
Kiki's
this.
mother?
Kiki's mom. Which one? Who's to say?
No, it's Akko's mom.
Mm-hmm. All right. Wow, that's falling on that.
It was
All
pretty
right.
loud.
Yeah, it was still quite loud. Okay. So all right, we're gonna move on from that for the time being. Let's go ahead and do this planet trepanning. Because why not? Okay. Dun dun dun. I think you guys have a solid plan. Thori, I assume you brought the runabout back to the ship, and you're on board for this. Or are you doing something else?
I feel like I'd probably be better off on the runabout, monitoring with the planetary survey pod.
Fair enough. No, that's a good idea.
No.
Okay. So I think it's just ready for Kiki to fire some phasers. Right?
Right.
Kiki, use some momentum for this.
Wait, do we still have?
You guys haven't?
I assumed we did, but I don't actually remember. Let me check.
I don't remember either.
I've been
Yeah,
tracking on my sheet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm taking notes on like the entire session. You have one job, Thori. Track the momentum.
Yeah, you guys had been using momentum pretty good, and the last thing I remember is you guys had used it all up on a pretty hard roll. And
We have one momentum left,
okay.
Huzzah.
according to me. Yep.
Let's do this.
According to me, the man who
Alright.
wants to use momentum, we have one left.
Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and make that roll with momentum.
Okay, what am I rolling? I can't remember what I rolled. So
Control
fire
security.
phasers.
With
And
the third
somebody
dice,
assist with the ship's weapon.
which we have.
Boom.
Hey, well that's gonna be a hit. Okay, so you take aim, you put in Nog settings, just verbatim, don't make any adjustments. 5 minutes later, there's a brand new volcano rising up out of the ocean.
Yay!
Dory, go ahead and roll some daring science.
Okay.
Yay, we created a volcano.
Doing science again.
Also, somebody still roll for the ship so that I can back.
Did that go? I don't hear the dice rolling anymore. Which is weird.
Shit.
Correct. I have it muted so you don't hear.
Okay, cool. Did it roll?
It did. Yeah, it rolled. So you got 2 successes, which is great. And that's definitely a success for the ship's weapons, so you do get your momentum back. Okay,
Nice.
so with your daring science roll, you see that everything actually went off quite well, and you've got it at least a week before that volcano is going to erupt, if it even erupts at all. It may settle out that it doesn't even end up.
Sorry to Commander Ripley. It seems to work. We made a volcano, which is cool. How are you, by the way?
I'll be around to judge your
Yep.
science fair project in the morning.
Yeah. Thanks. Does that mean you want your report now or later?
Draw up a report for me and I'll look at it in the morning.
I will do that. Anyway, so yeah, it seems to have worked. Yeah. So, we should still move the people. It may or may
Yes.
not explode.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Sorry,
Ripley's
Al.
very tired at this point.
Yeah. All right. Anything else that anybody wants to do in particular, actually on this planet at the moment? Because that's really the last major crisis. You guys now have a week to get everybody sort of situated. You still have to figure out what to do about the moon. And you may or may not figure out what the whole thing is with who changed the programming, sabotaged the defense array.
I've put our best man on it. I'm sure we'll find something.
With the shiniest tinfoil hat.
Absolutely. We might even upgrade him to an aluminum foil hat.
Yeah, who uses tin anymore? Okay. All right. I think then that's going to be a good time to go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. And then come back and figure out what you guys are going to do about the moon. Dun, dun, dun. All right. And quick break. And we're back. Right. Well, some of us are back. Most of us are.
It's fine.
It's okay.
I'm so glad no one in that house keeps their headphones on when they leave for break.
Probably for the best.
Fine. What could possibly go? Dun dun dun. This one.
Ominous.
We hunt aliens?
Or they hunt you.
I mean, they always hunt. Well, Ripley has never had a good track record with certain aliens.
Neither has Story. For different reasons.
No matter how often Thori tries. Which is as often as possible.
Part of his charm.
I know this alien in a matriarchal society. It's led by a queen, Thori.
You know what? I think that sound effect screams a rival scissor lift.
Awesome. Okay. Get all. Okay. So you guys mostly got the volcano situation taken care of. It's all going. You're getting people moved to shelters that Ripley's made sure have gotten set up. Basically, you've actually done your job as a crisis response vessel, which is amazing, actually. So
Okay.
you still have a moon that's falling out of orbit that you need to deal with, and let's see. I
think there's a lack of government. I don't know how much of a problem that.
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
Then you have the planet's missing government, and you have the mystery of who sabotaged the defense.
We also have to unsabotage the defense system.
Well, maybe. So
I'm so sad Vlon. I'm so sad Vlon couldn't be here to see us actually get things done.
You can tell him about it later and then proceed to not get things done when he's here and make him feel really good about himself. He'll be fine.
Huh?
I know, but how am I supposed to get a commendation in my record if he doesn't see me get things done?
Well, it's okay. You can just write the reports and then you'll get a commendation from other people.
You've inspired me. This is all out of character, by the way. But Thori is totally going to just sing your praises to Vaughn when he gets back. I'm sure that'll help a lot.
Uh-huh. I'm sure.
As long as it's actually in song, that'll be the musical number.
Awesome.
Bonus points if it's actually
And I forgot that you were the
sung.
only person that I'm not awkward around. So something's changed. In canon now.
What do you mean not awkward around?
I've never been awkward around you.
Yeah, Thori's
Not
not awkward
directly
around
towards you.
Ripley. Just everybody else.
You've never noticed?
Do you know how good
speak normally
I,
when I
as a
talk to you.
person, you know how
Because it
bad
wasn't
I, as a
awkward.
person, am at reading other people?
Okay, maybe that's not fair. Yeah, it could be fair. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you there.
Forget I, as a fake person, reading other
Right.
fake people.
But you, I want to pretend you're a curmudgeonly old Starfleet lady, because that's more fun.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, what are you guys doing? There's a moon. There
is a moon.
The planet.
Yeah.
Well, so what I want, so anybody who's associated with the government officials, if we teleport them aboard to teleport them somewhere else, instead of having them teleported below, I want them sent to the brig instead so that I can interrogate them.
Oh
Okay,
no.
so you pass that information on to Chief Todd.
Security. Yes, and Chief Huggin Security, yes.
Yeah, all right, you do that. After, the next few days, they haven't reported a single person, so your brig is still empty.
Oh God
That's
bless.
not weird at all. I also want to start going through their personal records. So if they have a personal journal every day, like most Starfleet officers do, I want to start going through that.
They are civilians and not Starfleet, and you do your access. Actually, go ahead and roll Insight Security for me.
Let's say, have I received anything?
Oh. No,
Oh.
unless I just accidentally broke the system and got in backwards.
Oh no.
So, our second crit fail, again by Zerg. Awesome.
On trying to access
Wow.
personal civilian records.
So the tinfoil hatting not going great for Zerg
Not so
here.
much.
Wonderful. Wow. Yeah, so you try to get that and you just get a flat access denied their personal civilian records, and you just have no authority to access them.
I remember being given all the authority. This doesn't make any sense.
I am just.
Clearly, there's something going on.
How long until I get messaged by someone like, why is your ship trying to break into these things?
Actually, we're gonna get to that. But you're not getting the message, Blon is, and we'll come back to that. But regardless, for after you guys have sort of taken care of the volcano situation, though there's still a whole lot of people to beam and shelters to go up and all that stuff, what else are you doing this week? We know what Zerg's doing. Zerg's tinfoil hatting, which is perfect.
Yeah.
And having lots and lots of success.
Oh yeah, wildly.
Ripley, we know you are coordinating the entire sort of relief effort of building shelters and whatnot. But I'm going to have the doctor force you to take a break. At this point, because we have established and you rolled poorly enough that you need some rest.
I got a full night's sleep last night. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, well, he's still got you dosed. So you are going to at least take an entire day off. Thori, what are you up to?
Well, before I get shoved off, can I tell Thori, Kiki, and Morinog that I want them to handle the moon problem, and that based off their successes with the volcano, that I fully expect that they'll do well with this?
Roll Presence Command.
Fuck.
Hey,
Presence Command. I know. I heard myself. I'm kicking myself. Oh, no. No focus.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, you do let them know that, and they are yeah, you guys do actually feel fairly motivated, and you guys are actually you're all feeling somewhat impressed with Ripley's command job so far.
I was already impressed.
Yes, and Thori was
in
already
character, so I'm like glowing now.
wonderful.
And meanwhile, Zerg just adds more notes to the Ripley's a changeling.
She was not this impressive before.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this is just weird.
Oddly calm, inspiring, deliberately trying to be inspiring.
And succeeding. What?
Not awkward around Thori. I mean, the one person Thori is not awkward around. One.
All of a sudden, I'm awkward. It's true.
I don't think that's all of a sudden.
I feel like subconsciously, Thori knows.
No, not awkward. Not awkward is the key there.
No.
True.
Awesome. All right. So, so we'll break it down then into Thori, Nog, and Kiki. You guys get to come together and figure out what to do about the situation, the moon problem.
I ran out of disk space.
What you guys doing? Dory, I think this might actually be your project to run. I don't know. What Ripley, who did you put in charge of this project?
She didn't.
I didn't.
She didn't.
She said, "I believe
Yeah.
in you."
Yeah.
Collective
Collective.
you.
Well-
It is a group effort. They all hold
Well-
equal weight and responsibility.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Kiki and Mornog, thank you for joining me in conference room B. I have been put in charge of this mission to save the moon. Thank you for your hard work in Starfleet honor.
Right.
Yeah.
We need ideas, people.
Good. I
Um,
thank you, Lieutenant Dory, for starting this off. I didn't know you were leading this, but I am in favor that any project needs a leader, so at least there's something. That's good.
Thanks for your confidence. That means a lot.
If there was to be a leader, you are one.
Exactly. I expect you to object to this, Kiki, like a lot. Hence me doing it.
honestly, no. Like, Kiki's great at shooting things.
You're on command track.
Yeah, but not a like science though. This is like a science mission, so she's cool.
Okay. Let's take a look at this data of the moon that we have, and see if inspiration hits. I suppose. Kiki, you have the meeting.
I think he's handed you the speaking stick.
So I thought this was I thought you just told us to like read.
Right. Okay, let's do that, guys. Good
Yeah.
idea.
Okay, reading.
We're just did we have to
Reading Mornog?
do this together? Okay.
So, I do want to go through the data again. I don't know if I've already done it, and see is the moon stable at this point? Is it still breaking apart?
No, so the moon is no longer it's not breaking apart. It was a massive impact by a fairly large comet that caused a whole bunch of debris. That's all taken care of. But it was a massive enough impact that it knocked the moon out of a stable orbit. So it is now slowly getting closer to the planet. After about another 10-ish days, it's going to be a sort of point of no return where you don't think there's anything that you could do to put it back into a stable. Right now, it's not far enough out of its orbit that it's close enough to its orbit that you think that there's some ways you could possibly push it back in.
Okay. The Mornog, do you think we could, I don't know, use the ship's tractor beam to push it back into a stable orbit?
Possibly. That is an idea, sir.
Yeah, I didn't think it was great either, but
We can look into it to see what it's going to take to do
I
that.
think that's a good place to start, guys, because we need to get a giant celestial body back into its respective orbit. Tractor beam sounds good because we don't want to blow it up more. Obviously, that caused problems.
yeah.
I think that's an idea, but it'll likely take up all of our power, and we won't be able to use any of that for transporting.
True.
No.
So it's a matter of what's the priority here.
The moon will again cause another catastrophe if we don't fix this. So, yeah, we can stop transporting for the amount of time you need to fix it. But I'm Yeah. So, how possible is that, Mornog?
Nog, go ahead
I'll
and
have to.
roll daring science. Or insight science, either.
Insight. All right.
Okay. Yeah, so right now, it's decently possible, but the longer it goes before you guys try it, the harder and harder it gets. 'Cause the more out of its orbit, or the farther away from its standard orbit it gets, the more energy it's going to require. And it already takes a massive amount of energy to cause the moon to move even slightly back into its standard.
So yes, Lieutenant Thori, we can try that, but we do have to try that sooner than later. Our time is running out.
Then great. Can the moon structurally stand the pressures we'll exert on it?
Yes, we
all
can
of
get
you
it
can
back.
roll. All of you can roll an insight science for that.
Not gonna know anything. Insights.
Can I use daring science?
For this, no. I'd give you a reason science though instead.
Yup.
That works for me. Oh, not.
Uh-oh.
For all the 6 people watching us online right now, I often yell at me.
Can you stop moving?
I'm not.
All thrown off.
Oh, no, apparently I am. Whoops.
I'm not, she says, in the active process of moving her computer around.
Sorry, how's that rolling going?
Slowly.
Yeah,
But-
actually, I don't know how I moved it that much because
I don't either.
All right, reason.
let me try to fix this. And Anna back, maybe.
Who's? Hey, there we go. One of you got a success.
Ugh.
Oh, that's a good thing too. Well, that one.
Yeah, my
success...
insight science is a 10.
Yeah, I know. But
Hey,
it just would have
my
been really
presence
bad
command
if
is a 9.
between the 6 dice you 3 rolled, you got 0 successes. That would have been bad. All right, but even with just the 1 success between you all, basically what you come up with is, or what Thori sort of throws in is, like, you know that you don't really know. You can assume so, but you might want to take the runabout to find out.
Yeah, so the runabout's prepped. We should definitely check that out. Is there some way to you apply a structural integrity field to the moon? That seems dramatic. If only we had a portable power generator, we could set on it and do that. But I don't think that's enough. I don't know.
No,
a portable
you
power
cannot
generator to what? Just put on the moon?
Yeah, you cannot apply a structural integrity field to the entire moon.
Hey, it'd be a tiny
It's a
moon.
gravitational fields, right? That's what we need.
The deflector dish should do the job, guys.
Actually, you know what? Because science isn't my thing, so oh yeah, totally.
Surely the deflector dish can do something here, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely. Hey, Thorin Mornog,
It is
do we
designed
know?
to, deflect things. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, Lieutenant. Sorry.
It's fine. I
go
was just
ahead.
trying to actually
mean,
ask
I-
you a question
right, go
that
ahead,
I've been trying to
Sorry,
ask.
yeah.
So,
my bad. How are you?
could be better. We
You were
have an
saying something
entire
more
moon to save, guys.
I'll launch the shuttle.
So, do we know
I walk out.
what is it for?
I imagine this
like-
sound playing in Kiki's head right now.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Lieutenant Thori, Lieutenant Kiki, this conversation seems to be going swimmingly, but we do have to save a planet, and they are depending on us as the team to save it. The team of 3 that saves it.
Yes. So, with that in mind, I think if we put
2,
our
1 walked
collective knowledge together, with our powers
I'm
combined.
like in the shuttle bay taking off right now.
Wait, you're not even here anymore?
No, he walked out.
No, he walked out.
You were too busy trying to collect yourself.
Mornog was addressing the chair, and you're just kind of being angry at the same chair.
So
I'm like,
Ripley's reading her reports, absolutely not taking a day off.
no.
I would have beeped Lieutenant Thori just to get him on the comm. So we had a 3-way conversation. Did you get that?
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that works.
Okay. Lieutenant Thori, where are you going in the shuttle?
Sorry, I'm just
So-
rushing to the shuttle.
All I want to
Let me
know
take a breath.
is
What's that, Kiki?
He's frozen, I think.
Yeah, neck has got real bad. Started moving the computer around.
Lieutenant Thori, where were you going in the shuttle?
To do an extra survey of the moon to not an extra survey, but to do a survey to try to figure out if our tractor beam will rip the rest of the planet apart.
Okay, and the shuttle is the best tool to you do that?
The planetary survey pod is much better than any sensor that we have for that job on the ship.
Okay, how long is it going to take you?
That is a great question.
Like an hour.
I would do. Yeah, I think it's unavoidable. I think we need, to get taking the Thunderchild off without having a surety of whether this plan will work seems premature. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
We do need to get to answers and results quickly. So how is this going to get us to the best answer and to the best conclusion as soon as possible?
We don't know if this will rip the planet apart, so we need to find out. Either way, more information will be helpful in formulating a plan if our plan right now is not going to work.
Okay. You work on that. I'll see if I can work with engineering, and engineering can get us enough power to put a force field around it, or to do whatever else we need to do to the moon in order to get it into the right spot.
The Thunderchild is a sexy lady, especially her deflector. She's definitely looking that angle too.
Right. Wherever that energy can come from, that's what I'll be focusing on.
Right. Okay. This is for the Federation, and this is great. Okay.
Lieutenant Kiki, you had a question?
Yes. Science. Do we know like, are there any other celestial bodies in this system that we could try to, like, that would affect the moon's gravitational orbit and whatnot? Or is it just the planet and the moon?
We did do.
You can look that information up yourself. Well, it's just so I mean it's everything within that solar system affects everything else. It's all has some kind of gravitational effect on it.
Yeah.
Nothing that would be useful or harmful.
Okay, well, I was trying to think of, like, we can pendulum something, take one celestial body and swing it into another celestial body.
We haven't traveled back in time in forever. I like where this is going.
Tie a string around one planet and then around the moon and have that one pull.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
yeah.
loving the
We're gonna need a lot of
gravitational
power.
slingshot idea.
Yeah. So that's really what I was wondering was, like, how would we look into that as potentially a viable plan?
I don't think you have string that's strong enough. I think that's it.
Then I think Mornog is actually already on the whole. He's like, he said that he's gonna work on that sciencey bit.
What if we cover the moon in like a layer of varnish?
All right. I'm gonna go back to the bridge.
Lieutenant Kiki, that's not a bad idea. Granted, we don't have anything. For what I see on the
I just
information,
put that over
the
the
celestial
column.
bodies, we don't have any celestial bodies close enough that would make that a effect. But what if we actually made a gravitational well that would do the trick? I don't know if we have anything enough that would do that on board, but maybe you could look into that. Anything special in our inventory?
Yeah. I just figured we should
Oh no. And
probably
you're
have
breaking up again.
at
Yeah,
least
sucks.
one other
it's just
plan.
not.
Oh no! Did Lieutenant Kiki get transported off the bridge?
Because we are unfortunately on
The Borg are attacking again.
Oh no! Do I need to look back into the transporters?
Mornog, put the spatula down.
The time spatula.
Yeah.
Am
You
I
already,
back
like-
now?
You should go ahead and refresh OBS.
Yeah, also the computer ran out of space.
I'm going to design some merch
And
that
once
no
I
one's
got
going to
that,
buy, but it's going to read, put the time spatula down.
Awesome. All right. So let's see here. So yeah, working with time spatulas to tie strings around moons to other planets. It's fine. Nothing crazy to see here. Thori, you launched the roundabout.
Yep.
And with the planetary survey pod, go ahead and roll a. It's going to be insight or reason science. And then an assist from the survey pod.
So it's about an hour to get there, right?
No, not really. Like it's like 5 minutes to get there. It's an hour to do the survey.
Gotcha. I'm rolling now. I'm rolling reason science, you said?
Yep.
And I'm going to ask, I know you're going to say no, but can I use daring?
No.
I mean, I'm like, okay.
Oh, not that it matters.
And here's the ship.
How bad is it?
Hey, but the ship rolled there. Well, you're doing a planetary
can reroll.
survey. You're using the planetary survey
Yeah.
pod. You can re-roll that one.
All right, roll the one dice. There we go. Be good.
Okay, 3 successes. Okay, so yeah, you do the survey. You'll also get a momentum on this, so you guys will be up at 2. You go through it, and you actually pick out a number of spots that you can see would be pretty safe structurally to put a lot of pressure onto the moon depending on how much pressure you're putting over like how much time. So basically, and as you work out some of the math, the safest would be to take like 2 weeks to slowly push it back into a stable orbit. But there's some other on the other end of that. You think you could do it over 4 days, but that's definitely risky. And I'm gonna. So you relay all of that. You put all of that into a report for Nog and Kiki and Ripley, and send that off.
Okay, cool.
But you can also have your awkward comms communication that I'm sure you follow up that message.
I feel like I've had my fill of awkward Thori conversations for a hot minute. We got a couple. We got an hour.
Okay. So Ripley, you're gonna still be on a little bit of forced R&R here when this comes in. But Nog and Kiki, you get that info. Anything you guys are doing with it? Since I think you're both just sitting silently, ignoring each other in one of the science labs.
You said that went to Ripley. That went to Ripley too, right? Because
it did. She's
Thori
just on
would feel like-
enforced R&R, so her computer is muted without just on the doctor's orders.
Do you think Ripley doesn't have a way into the computer system? She can read her email.
Probably. But we'll come back to that. Kiki and Nog, what are you doing? You get that information.
I say, oh, this is great. Good news. Let's get to it and see what kind of apply pressure shields,
Am I back now?
force fields to those areas.
No, so the data says that we don't have to apply anything extra. We can use the tractor beam to push as long as we do it in certain surface areas on the moon.
Okay.
But the Morganog, or the problem is that while 2 weeks of the Thunderchild not being in orbit could be a problem for the ongoing crisis people there.
What was that again?
So if we take the full 2 weeks and safely and slowly do it, that's 2 weeks where the Thunderchild's not in orbit, transporting people, offering the crisis response services we have been.
Okay, and
So we need to.
we would be
decide how much-
pushing.
Yeah.
So you're saying we would be pushing force fields on the moon for a full 2 weeks, nonstop.
the tractor beams, yes, and moving it slowly. How long is Ripley on R&R? Perhaps I don't know. This is a big decision.
Yes. Our priority as a project team was to figure out the situation with the moon. Now, as a priority for the moon versus the people and the safety of the people will have to be raised up. So let's bring that up to Commander Ripley.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's make a decision then. The longer we wait, the harder it's going to be to accomplish this, and there will be a point of
Yep. Okay, so Lieutenant Thori, as leader of this project, please go ahead. Let Commander Ripley know. Now that Lieutenant.
I don't think I'm legally able to. I am a legal expert.
A legal expert?
Yeah.
Do you want me to let Commander Ripley know?
Sure, if you want to take on that risk. Thori out. Boop boop.
I mentioned how I wish Lieutenant Kiki was here to help with the distraction.
Awesome.
Lieutenant Mornock to Commander Ripley.
This is Ripley.
We have important information and development in our moon situation.
All right.
We found out a way that we can apply
Hold on.
force fields.
You're on the ship, right?
Yes.
All right. Just in case the doctor is listening, because he's wily like that, you should just come tell me in person so he can't try to cut off comms.
Okay. I'm on my way to your quarters. I get up and leave my little cubicle setup in the poorly set up science lab. It's like 10-year-old used science stations.
We improved
so
our
I head
science,
over.
didn't we?
I'm imagining like
No, we
walking
listened
through
to
the
the
door
same.
and experiencing Next Generation, and they're just going straight to original series.
Yeah.
You thought about improving the science.
Yeah, we did.
yeah.
Ah.
They improved engineering instead.
Okay.
That's
All
You're
right,
not
so
gonna
I head
complain?
over right now. Takes me like what, a few minutes?
15 minutes.
15 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes to anywhere on the ship.
Okay.
That's as long
Yeah.
as you're brisk walking.
Yep, it's definitely a brisk walk.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're just normally walking, is it just normal travel time? We've never established this.
Correct. You have never established it. I'm sure you guys will establish something stupid though. So we'll just wait and see.
I think you meant to say brilliant, but
Uh-huh.
it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, like the.
I mean, if you can
brilliant,
cling to the ceiling, it cuts your time in half.
Yep.
See? Brilliant.
So I beep beep, ring the little doorbell on the door.
I let him in.
Ding dong.
Awesome.
I think that's something else we need to establish, an actual ringer for the door.
No, don't do this to us.
You do.
Yeah, you can just send me a sound effect. I'll put it in.
That'd be
Don't
great.
do this.
Gotcha.
Oh, which I need a Thundermail
Commander Ripley.
explosion too.
We have, this is the latest development on the moon situation. Do you have some time?
Yes. I have
I'm not-
all the time in the world for
I
the
don't
next
have-
day.
I'm not disturbing your personal time?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't want this personal time anyway, but
Can I do
No.
a little
And it's a
DM
trap, that's when the
intruding
doctor
here and
springs out
say
of the
that
ceiling?
She's hiding a whiskey bottle as she says that.
Oh, she's
I
not
am
hiding
old.
it. It's just there.
Okay.
yeah.
She doesn't hide her near alcoholism.
What do you mean near?
She hasn't been caught drunk on shift yet.
True.
Gotta
So,
focus in constitution from this alcoholism, I'd like to remind you.
It's true. Very resistant to poison.
awesome.
And being run over.
And being run over by it.
Hashtag too soon.
Oh my god. By a
So
runaway
Commander Ripley-
Zerg.
Commander, we have the latest development in the moon situation is we found a way to apply force fields to specific spots on the moon in order to slowly push it away and put it into the correct orbit. But this will take 2 weeks, and we will not be able to assist in any of the transportation efforts to put the people on the ground in safe situation.
And obviously, the sooner we start this, the better.
Sooner the better, yes.
How does the situation on the ground look at the moment? Because I've clearly absolutely been keeping up with things, despite the fact I'm supposed to be on R&R.
I don't know.
Am I still on comms? I feel like Dory would be. He never hung up, technically.
Well, I came to do a one-on face-to-face conversation, so I wouldn't be on comms.
Oh, that's right.
The opportunity to have this conversation, Thori.
I sure was. I intentionally declined.
Okay.
So you're sitting in your
Ripley-
quarters now, envisioning the conversation play out.
Ripley, because you have been paying some attention to what's going on, the efforts are like they're moving at pace. There's still, hundreds of thousands of people trapped on a nearly active volcano.
They're
That
not trapped.
also
They can leave anytime they want.
That's true, and they are working on that. If only they had clean water and food, they might actually be able to get somewhere. But
We're also working on distributing that.
correct, and that's one of the major things that you got is you did get them sort of some clean water and food there, but that also kind of keeps them trapped there because they can't really take enough water with them. So anyway, because they're a good ways away from anywhere useful. So yeah,
And
you've
we're
got
not
hundreds
trying
of
to
thousands of
dune this up, right? So
kind of what?
Dune this up.
What? Give them all still suits?
Like, yeah, I was gonna say still suits and or just have them kill off a few people for water. It's fine.
I was
Wow.
going to ask if any of the planet's desalination facilities survived the tsunamis.
Oh, sure, like 10% of them. Not that that's going to do you enough good when they're on a volcano that's nowhere near any of the south.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, I
no,
mean,
it's
the
a long
desalination-
term.
Yeah, the fact that only like
It's a long-term
10% of
fix.
them survived is already a massive enough problem because, yeah, there's not enough clean water left on the planet as it is.
You know, it's a long term solution, but
Mm-hmm.
it's better than none of them existing. So how many people were we able to transport a day without the transporters?
Let's see. It was I think you're able to do like 6,000 per minute. So you can do
So
for
we
500 per minute. That's been a month.
I'm pretty sure it was
500 per minute.
500
Yeah,
per
500.
minute.
Was I able to increase
like
that
that.
since I was working on and increasing
No,
efficiency?
not
in
really,
the
because you
transport?
mostly got right to work on how to trepan the planet, and now you're
Okay.
right to work on moving the moon. So it really just didn't end up being a priority.
Okay,
Okay.
but we can clear the moon. We can clear the volcano in a day.
I mean, at this point, yeah, you're at like what was the math on that?
You said it's 720,000 people a day.
That sounds about right.
At 500 a minute times 60 times 24.
Okay, yeah, you can get it done in like another day.
Okay, and then do I think the planet could... How far away would we be from the planet unable to aid? Because they're saying we won't be in orbit, but we'll still be close-ish to the planet.
I mean, define orbit. Like, what are you trying to ask here? Like, what are you looking for? What?
I'm trying to figure out if their concerns here on us not being able to help will be...
It's that you won't be able to use your transporter while you're doing that. So all the power will be going to your own structural integrity, your engines, and the tractor beam, and probably.
Okay. And we have... These are all valid concerns you have, Lieutenant. Where are we currently putting everyone? Are they kind of distributed between 5 like major areas, or is it just all going into one?
No, they're going to all the different centers that you helped get set up.
Okay. Well, the moon is more pressing than anything. I see, as I pull up the email on their conversation, or Did you guys include all of your other ideas in your various reports and logs on this, or no?
I would
The
have.
one other idea that we had?
Well, I would the one thing that I would have put in there for sure is we could do it in 4 days at risk.
I meant more Lieutenant Kiki's suggestion of the gravity things.
Yeah, that was put in there.
Okay. God, I don't know if Ripley would think of this. I did, but I don't know if Ripley would. Using a basically generating a warp field to warp space to naturally move the moon back into orbit without having too much, but I don't know if that would even be possible.
Wow.
Go ahead and roll Insight Engineer.
Because that's all gravity is just warped space.
You're pretty frozen, Sean, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm figure out why. Okay. Yeah, so it sort of like flits through your mind that, kind of wonder if that's a possibility, but it also occurs to you that you don't think you have time to work it out.
Fair enough. All right, well, if you guys think that this tractor beam solution is the best one to go with, I see that you have a suggestion for 4 days and 2 weeks. Is there a possibility to cut it down to, say, 1 week? I'm sure we'll be able to sufficiently supply the planet for at least a few days, come back, restock, and then finish up for another few days.
Mornog, you're standing there, I think.
I say yes, but we'll have to time it correctly without anything going wrong.
Well, you'll have a day to figure this out while we finish moving people off of the volcano. I'm sure you guys can come up with something.
Okay. And I get back to work. I go back to my 10-year-old cubicle.
And then I'll send
It's a cubicle
Kiki.
that's older than the ship itself.
Yes.
Moved here and installed.
I'll comment on Kiki's report so she can see it, that her idea of using gravitational bodies isn't entirely unfounded and could possibly be done through warp fields if we had the time.
Okay. That also happened. All right. Then, Nog, you get to work on that. Where are you starting?
I take a look at how long it's going to take. Like another day, you said, to move all the people in the right position, right? So since I was already working on trying to get energy, working with engineering to get energy, pull out all the energy that we can to do this for the force fields, then I have a little bit of a head start on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I could squeeze that 2 weeks down to as much as I can, down to 1 week.
Go
push
ahead
it a
and
little
roll
bit faster.
Go ahead and roll Insight Science.
Because we could do it at 4 days at risk. Maybe we could. All right.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you look at all of Thordy's calculations and everything, and they were really spot on. That planetary survey module works quite well. And it's really, yeah, you can do it in anywhere from 4 days to 2 weeks, and it's just a matter of safety. So the faster you push it, the more energy you're putting into it at a fairly small point, the more chance there is of causing severe stress on the moon itself, causing fractures, potentially more debris, etc. So yeah, you guys
Right.
at fastest, if at full output, you could have it back in stable orbit in 4 days. Though, and I'm going to make you roll one more science roll here, and it's going to be a reason science.
All right.
Cool.
This is like my best day of rolls.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I know.
And this reason science roll is because you guys are going to be back 24 hours, so it's another 24 hours that you're setting back starting this. It's going to cost you an extra 12 to 24-ish hours. So it's not going to be a minimum of 4.5 days to basically 15 is what you're looking at now.
Okay. Got it.
Gotta do it fast.
All right. Well, I got that all. I got all the numbers figured out, and I message Commander Ripley. Beep beep. Commander Ripley.
This is Ripley.
I have more information. I figured out how long it'll take to do everything. Do you have some time?
Yeah.
I'll come on over. I'll run on over to you right now to let you know.
I'll page Thori and Kiki while he's on his way, since it's their project as a group.
Okay, you do that.
What does this page say?
Come to my room after dark.
No, I understand you guys have a proposed solution and all the information.
And this
Mornog
is totally
is
not
on-
work related.
Mornog is on his way here. You should also probably be here, since it sounded like he was coming alone.
Okay.
Basically, everyone's going to be here for your group presentation.
Okay.
Great. I'm on my way. I don't know if Lieutenant Kiki's on the ship.
So I'm gonna lean a little bit into my pride of the Federation value here, and actually, I'm gonna send back that I refuse to go because you've been ordered into R&R. And deepest apologies, and I'll bring you booze, I promise. Be my friend.
I'll send back if he's bringing booze. I have time now.
Wonderful. Hey, and there's a Kiki.
All right. Well, I head on over. Beep beep. Ding dong.
Come in.
All right. Coming in. Commander Ripley, are we having this conference here in your quarters?
Might as well.
Okay.
Thori, who all was copied on your message back to Ripley?
Well, she probably paged the three of us.
Did you rat her out to the doctor?
No, I wouldn't have done that. I kept a still. I probably would have just sent it to Ripley.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Kiki, you have been ordered to the EXO's quarters to have a meeting about pushing the moon back into orbit.
Okay,
With Nog and Thori. So are you headed that direction as well?
Yeah. Is that like a meeting now, or I'm guessing? Okay, yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
the internet keeps dropping. So
Okay, so you and Nog
21st
get there.
century Comcast.
So you and Nog get there about the same time. And yeah, there's beep beep ding dong.
I let them in.
Mm-hmm.
There are chairs.
And no Thor.
I stand.
Okay. Commander, is Lieutenant Thori joining us?
He was summoned. Whether he comes or not is up to him.
Okay.
I love it. Maybe I should have sent it to you guys.
Well, either way, I have all the information here. So I figured out that yes, we can, if we time this correctly, we can reduce the time to move the planet out of the way in the correct spot in a shorter amount of time. It'll just take 15 days to do the total amount, the total everything that we have to accomplish. Moving people back and moving the planet out of the way to mission end.
So it'll take anywhere from 4.5 to 15 days, depending on how much we want to push our luck. And how much damage would be done by taking a break to resupply the planet in the middle of this process?
Damage to what?
The process of moving the moon back.
Damage to the planet as far as debris, or
No, like, we have
damage
to-
to the moon?
we have to push the moon back into its orbit. If we were to say stop for a day to resupply the planet and make sure they have the supplies they need, how much would that set us back?
So
Am I not
it
explaining
depends.
this right?
So, okay, if you do it halfway through, you can multiply your time by like 1.25. If you take a break in the middle, because you guys can just do the math real quick right there. If you take a break in the middle, then if you take an entire day, then you'll have to tack on an extra day and a quarter to the end of your time frame.
Okay, but that's not the worst idea ever.
No, it's not. Like, it's going to cost
No.
you a ton.
Let's arrange to do this over the course of... Do I think the planet could sit for 5 days by itself, or are they not?
What do you
Are
mean
they
sit
too-
for 5 days?
Like, without us providing immediate direct support.
Sure, but there will be more people who die. Like, any break you guys take is dead people.
I mean, us supplying direct support is dead people. Like,
Yes, correct. People are dying, and so if you guys stop transporting people, more people will die. But if the moon crashes into the planet, lots more people
everyone
will die.
dies. Yeah.
Well, maybe not everyone. Zerg will survive.
I'll be
I
fine.
thought the moon wasn't going to crash into the planet; that it was just gonna, like, you know.
That's the inevitable
Spiral.
result of a decaying orbit. Would be that it'll get
Yeah.
sucked into the nearest
Mm.
body.
Eventually, it will
Sure.
crash
Oh, yeah.
into the planet.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought I had in my notes that, like, if we didn't move it, then it would cause future problems for it being.
tidal disruption and eventually.
Yeah,
crash
the
into
future will
planet.
be the moon crashing.
Okay.
In addition to heightened tidal forces as the moon gets closer and closer to the planet, throwing off its gravity and everything.
and tectonics and everything. Yeah, lots and lots of problem.
It's why
And
a
the
tidal
werewolves.
lock. It's why a tidal lock is really bad on a planet.
So,
Let's attempt to do it over the course of 10 days with the break at days 3 and 6. for resupplying and restocking the planet. And let's
Wow,
spend
you
the
just
rest.
Really wanted to make me do some math, huh?
Uh-huh.
The GM will remember this.
The GM banks a grudge die.
Fun.
Look, I tried to make it easier by going at 50, and you were like, oh, but people will die if you wait that long.
Yeah, no matter what, extra people are gonna die.
Hi, the entire planet could die, or
Yeah.
the people
for
who are
Zerk.
likely going to, except for Zerk,
Yeah.
or the people who are likely going to die anyway are going to die.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And without Vlon here to be gung-ho about everything, I'm trying to take a measured but moving forward approach.
Yeah. And make the GM do extra math. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Okay. So that happens. Anything else from your little meeting?
I was gonna congratulate Lieutenant Kiki on her novel idea of using the using gravitational fields to move the planet instead of tractor beams. Had we had more time, it may have been a better and less destructive method.
It's kind of what I was thinking. You know, there are already orbits and celestial bodies out there. Why not use them to do our work for us? Or at least
Just
part of it.
foiled by string.
Yeah, if only I had the string.
We've
This is
used
why you
celestial
bring rope.
bodies throughout much of spacecraft to do extra work for us when we didn't want to. Unfortunately, we just don't have the time to do that kind of math right now. You're very good with our energy systems and our phaser beams. If you'll familiarize yourself with the tractor beams over the next few hours, I'd feel very comforted if you were the one directing the tractor beams on where to go. Your aim is incredible.
Well, thank you. I will do what I can.
Presence command.
This is his grudge die.
Oh, I mean, only
No.
as a crit fail.
Never mind.
There you go.
Definitely a changeling.
All right. Yeah, no,
Yeah, definitely a changeling. Kiki is actually
Kiki
feeling
definitely
good, but
yeah.
confused.
Don't go confused on 3 successes on my worst roll.
I know, that's why she's confused. Like, confused in the, like, this is not at all how I normally feel when this particular person says such things. Like, it's a good
Why do I
Right.
feel good inside? That's
Yeah.
not right.
That's not right.
Ripley doesn't compliment people.
You at
And
this point,
Zerg's
I
over there
think we
tapping
just
on his
need
horns
to,
going,
like, roll the
"Uh-huh."
dice, and one of us is going to be a changeling.
That's okay. So, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and cut away to Zergrash, feverishly,
All right. So I got 2 more things here.
to notes.
All right. So first theory is that while Commander Ripley was out of communication because she was underwater, she was actually gathering them up and killing them. So that's theory 1,
Okay, theory 1.
and that's why we can't get in contact with them. Theory 2, I want to go through all the security procedures for the planet and see if there's a central location they bring people to in case of an emergency. Well, I mean, like we
Okay.
do with the president.
Insight. I'll give you an insight con on that one.
That cow. Hey.
All right. You do manage to track down the official like emergency procedures, and yes, they were immediately moved to a secure location. All of that happened before they even basically contacted the Thunderchild or reached out at all. So that's where they would have been when they disappeared.
Okay, so they're currently not at those locations, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay. So I want to contact those locations and see if they're actually where they're supposed to be.
Hello, this is Zerg. Anyone there?
Yeah. Hello. So I'm looking for the guy who's in charge of stuff. Is he there? Because if he's not, then he's probably dead. And I didn't say that, but I just want to know if he's there. I'm trying to confirm if our commander's a changeling or not, but you didn't hear that from me.
Hello.
Tell me you're on the
Zerg, bro.
bridge when you're reaching out.
I mean, obviously, where else would I be?
Yeah, I don't know where else you would be. So yeah, on the bridge. Just wow. All right. Yeah, you do that. So you try to contact that location. Nobody ever answers.
It's highly suspicious. I want to scan that place for life signs.
Okay. You do that. Go ahead and roll control science, and somebody roll for the ship.
I will.
My rolls have been too good. I don't want them to run out.
Oh!
Oh,
Rory with the nat 1. All right. Yeah, you scan that location, and you see that a large piece of debris pulverized it not long after you guys arrived.
oops.
Oh.
You guys will also gain a momentum off of that. That brings you up to 3.
Nice.
Well, can I? How would you scan for smushed people?
I love
Scan
that you're
for-
still convinced they're not dead.
So
Scan for
I'll
organic matter.
I'll give you 3 questions on that one as well, or I'll go ahead and give you the 4. You can just ask 4 questions.
Okay, so there is debris. Is there the remain? Can I detect the presence of organic matter that would match up with these people? That would match up with these
Like their
beings.
species.
Yeah, like do I find the DNA of these people like sufficient enough that it could be them squished?
Your the Thunderchild sensors are not good enough to discern that. There is
Okay, fair
organic matter there, and there are no life signs there.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Second question. Actually, that might have just answered everything. If there's
Yeah,
just a
that's
bunch of
probably
goo.
it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I'm gonna really get from that. I can't. Yeah. So last I heard, Thury was still on the shuttle, right? Or did he
Yep.
come back?
No, he's back. He's been back. But he left
All right,
again
well,
on
I'm
the
just
shuttle
gonna-
again and then came back again, so don't worry about it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna send him a message then. Say, Lieutenant Thury, the next time you happen to be on the shuttle, can you scan this particular section of the planet for the remains of the governing bodies of this planet? I would appreciate that. Thanks.
I send you like an emoji of like, I don't know, an Andorian doing the floss and a thumbs up.
Cool.
It's a very specific emoji.
Yeah.
It exists. It totally exists. That's a thing.
Yeah.
That's
Why wouldn't that be a thing?
Thori emoji. I imagine that's like his number 1 emoji. It's always like recommended for him.
We've been playing this game so long, I feel like I'm more Thory than me now.
Awesome. Okay, so
So I've got 2
It's
lines
like
now.
effort to
So
take up
governing
food
bodies either dead via Commander Ripley or dead via giant rock. Question mark? Question mark.
So there's just
Did you,
like
out of
planetary
curiosity,
government with a red
did you,
string to Ripley and a red string to a picture of a rock.
Did you
Yes.
send any of the other data you've compiled along?
Oh, I'm live streaming it. It's on my blog.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Great.
Awesome.
Tinfoil Zerg live.
Then there's just a
Wonderful.
picture of the security screen on the lockout and just an annoyed exclamation point next to it.
Conspiracy. What does Mom know? Why won't she tell?
Is your boss a changeling? Click here to find out.
Yes.
Take this quiz.
There's a poll going.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So you do that. Thori, go ahead and roll. I assume that you're just going to do this at some point during the week. Go ahead and roll a control science.
Okay.
And Zerg, go ahead and roll for the shuttle or for the runabout.
Phew.
Hey. Oh, look at that. 3 successes. Okay. So Thori does a complete scan of that area and sends you back a whole bunch of bio data on it. Basically, and that survey pod is so good, it basically can break down the genomes of everything, like every genome that it found in the area.
Okay. I will send that information to Nog with the same kind of requests. So I was asking Lieutenant 30 to scan this particular area to see what was under this giant rock. Can you please tell me what was likely under this giant rock? Here's the data. I'm pretty sure it's the remains of the governing body of this planet, if Commander Ripley didn't kill them because she's a changeling.
Clear and concise questions. I smell command track.
Okay. Nah, go ahead and roll reason science.
Reason science. All right.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you go through all the data, and you separate it out into some plants, some animals, and 47 sentients of different species. But you can't access their personnel files. So you try to run it by the planetary database, and the planetary database just says denied. Please seek council access.
Oh.
So there's got to be a form we can fill out if the council is dead to get information about the council. So I'm going to start filing that.
Please
In
click
case of
here,
council
and
being
all
dead.
council members. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zerg, your access has already been restricted.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Somebody's
figure
still
out how to use the Thunder
All right.
VPN.
All right, so I send that up the chain again. So I send that to Lieutenant Dory. So I need this form to fill out the form to get access to find out if the remains under this rock were the governing body, because I'm pretty sure they are if Commander Ripley didn't kill them.
Okay.
Please see attached.
By the way, I definitely just send the information back to him right away. I don't really look forward
So,
more into it. I'm just happy I'm doing some type of science because it's great.
Yay,
So
science.
the
if
the
he's
Kalandra
giving me
system is
something to
part
do,
of the
that's
Federation,
great.
right?
What
Yes.
part of the Federation?
The Kalandra system is part of the Federation, right?
Yes, but you're not in the Kalandra system.
Oh, I thought we
Yeah,
were.
we
No,
haven't made
that's
it
where
there
you're
yet.
heading. You are currently in the Andraste system.
Gotcha.
The
That's-
Andraste
okay.
system is also part of the Federation.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to give Zergresh exactly what he needs, and something that he doesn't, using my focus in Fed politics.
Oh, no.
Okay. Go
What does
ahead.
that mean?
Go ahead and roll security and your best stat.
Okay. I can't use con for that type of thing. It usually governs that kind of political law realm.
In this case, it needs to be security. I'll give you a con roll later.
Okay. With a focus.
Okay.
Aha.
So yeah, you get access to the planetary personnel database right away. No problem. You do see a flag sort of on the Thunderchild's note that this ship has been flagged for security review. attached reports, and you see some of the questions that Zurg has been searching for, and so you just see that those are flagged. So what's the now you can do a con and insight roll.
Okay. Con insight. Not con daring. I feel very daring right now.
No, it is not daring.
You keep throwing out that daring. One of these times you'll get it right.
I gave it to him earlier, and he's just pushing it.
I might have missed that.
Yeah. You want? I'm doing insight con
Yes.
with the focus.
Hell yeah, you are.
Nice. All right. You do that, and you get Zurg. You just copy the entire database of the the high level leadership, and you send that off to Zurg. What's the other thing that you're sending him?
Well, let's see here. I basically wanted to give him information that he didn't know he needed, is how I put it. So I'll highlight, let's see here. Judging off the data set he sent me, I'll just go ahead and make his search a little more efficient and highlight a suggested sleuthing path.
Okay, I'll give that to you on the crit there.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, Zurg, you'll get a little bit of a bonus here for your continued sleuthing once you receive this entire database. So yeah, back to Zurg.
Nice. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is also give Mornog access to it using just my password so that he can match up the DNA from the personnel records to the DNA that was underneath the giant rock. And then I'm going to also proceed to start data mining like I was trying to do initially, didn't have permission to do.
Well, that particular stuff was not included in what Thori sent you.
Well, he gave me
He just
access
sent
to
you-
their personnel records, correct?
Yeah, but it's like their biological records, not
Okay,
their...
so basically, I'm gonna send that to Nog then. So,
Okay, you do that.
Nog, can you please match up their biological records with the goop that was under the rock? There you go.
You have all
Got it.
sorts of HIPAA violations at the moment, but it's
And it's
fine. They're
awesome.
already dead.
He is getting the job done. I'm excited
Yeah.
for Zergresh.
Wow.
It's
All
like-
right, Nog.
like I said, we put our best man on this.
And I'm using all kinds of science through somebody else.
Well,
the new
I
improvement
definitely,
service.
My have we grown?
I definitely put a priority on focusing on the relief, the transportation and moon efforts. But in the meantime, I'll definitely do that and put some
Yeah,
extra
this is
time
more
in.
interesting. So just work on it. I was told this is a priority.
This will only take you like 10 minutes. So
Okay.
it's fine. You can run it.
With
I just
paper
need you
and
to
pencil.
I just need you to roll a control science here.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
easy enough.
Jeez.
Yeah, you guys are rolling well now. Okay, so
Wow.
you run the comparison real quick and send it back off. Zerg, you get that back like 20 minutes later. And it basically comes back to you as well, first off, there's like 300 plus people that theoretically should have been there. But there's only organic matter from 47. And so you match that up, and the 47 are just kind of a general smattering of random people from the leadership. No one, there's a couple high level military leaders, a couple politicians, some scientists, some various advisors here and there. But there's a good 300-ish people missing that theoretically should have been there.
It's interesting. So Ripley's not off the hook yet, is what you're saying. Still have not proven that Ripley didn't kill them. All right.
And just that people may or may not be dead.
All right. I send back a thank you.
Oh, no,
Thank
it's
you,
definitely
Sunshine.
funnier if his official report is Ripley, while trapped under 200 meters of water, murdered the entire planetary government.
While claiming to be out of communication due to being trapped underwater.
And
Especially when he submits that report
I don't
to
know.
you first.
I mean, obviously, she asked me to do it.
Yeah.
and then so you would submit the report first, and then you live stream it. Okay, just want to.
Well, I'm live streaming as I do it.
Okay, cool. So it's simultaneously.
Oh yeah, I have a little webcam on my mounted on this thing here.
Okay, cool.
On lever number 4. Lever number 4 has got the webcam mounted on it.
Are you streaming on Twitch or Mixer? We'd have to determine the audience
Oh.
reach here.
Obviously, it's 24th century Mixer. Yeah.
Okay, we have nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna work real well. In the
Social
21st
media
century.
platforms never go downhill.
All right. So yeah, that all happens. Let's step back to everybody else and the moon. So you guys get the rest of the people transported off the volcano. Good job. And then you get started working on the moon. First, who's you guys are gonna have a bit of a project here because you've got to set up the tractor beam to do this properly. You've got to set up your own engines to do this properly. You've got to set up the deflector dish to help out. So who's doing what?
Am I still on R&R?
No, you're good now.
Okay. I will get started on the engines and our power systems to make sure those don't give out on us halfway through.
Okay, you do that. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. That's just something you're gonna get taken care of. Okay. Then Thori, what are you working on?
Well, I think my job during this whole operation would be to actively monitor the moon in case disaster starts to strike. Basically try to give a little bit of early warning.
Really good idea.
Yeah,
Okay,
That's,
cool.
I'll do a little legwork to prep for that.
And Kiki, you've already been assigned to deal with the tractor beam, so I assume that you're doing that.
Yep.
Cool. Again, not something you really need to roll for. Nog, what are you doing?
Making sure all our timing is right on the events, including if we have to make a change of plans and adjust our timing.
Okay, go ahead and roll Insight Science for me.
Distract Zerg. Twofold mission. Keep Zerg off of the moon project, but also keep him entertained with a conspiracy theory.
It's not so conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it's actually productive. Theoretically, a productive conspiracy theory mission. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, Nog, you are on top of that. So you're keeping an
Okay.
eye on all of that. Cool. All right. Well, I think we might go ahead and call it a day there. Before actually taking on the moon, or do you guys want to go ahead and try to fix the moon here before we call it?
Do you want a week to do math?
Yeah,
No.
I want to call it here. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, and my internet has been dropping every like 15-ish minutes for the last little bit. So
Yeah, we're having some technical issues and some Thori issues. So yeah, it's fine to call it here.
Plus, it'll be fun for Vlon to be back for this and for the rest of Zerg's investigation.
I know, for it to all
yeah.
just go straight downhill after going up for so long.
Exactly. Well, I have to give my report to the commander in front of the captain.
Yeah. It'll be great.
What's your
Yeah.
current percentage on Ripley murdered everyone?
So far, I can't disprove it. I've got 300 people unaccounted for, and I know she has access to a tractor beam.
To disprove it.
All right, so everybody was squashed with a giant rock. I know she has access to a tractor beam because you guys are talking about it.
Right. So she has method. We just need to find the motive.
Because she's a changeling, and they found out.
I love it.
The motive is the truth, just not quite all the way.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
It all makes sense.
It's all coming together.
I love how the argument of Ripley's a changeling is slowly going to build on she was a good commander, and we actually felt motivated when she spoke to us.
She was calm, collected, and she reassured everyone
Yeah.
while the captain was missing.
Changeling, hands
Missing.
down.
While all the other governing officials were missing. We're gonna find him under a giant rock. Oh, wait. Thori, can you look for the captain under a giant rock? I forgot to mention that.
Oh.
His DNA might be under the giant rock. So the next time you're out there, if you can just, like, look for the captain's DNA under the rock. So that would be great.
The captain's DNA
That
was
would
not
be
under
great,
the rock.
Thanks.
So 301 people are missing then. That's even more suspicious. Or just keep going up.
All right. Well, that was exciting. Yeah. Good session, everybody. We will be back next week. Anybody not going to be here next weekend? Hopefully we'll have...
I can make it.
The captain will have some internet.
I won't be.
Kiki will be out next weekend. Okay, cool. Hopefully we should have McGow in next weekend. That would be nice. I'll have to get him all in here and set up. Sounds like everybody else is good. So, all right. Later, everybody.
Later, all.
Thanks
See
for
ya.
hosting, John. It's awesome.
Ciao.